Hey guys, HDV here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got quite a few things to go over. New events have been announced for various different Pokemon games. We have some Nintendo Switch 2 updates to go over, and as well as that, some potential Pokemon Legends ZA Pokedex leaks have also appeared. A lot of things to break down today, so if you're excited for the video, make sure to drop a like down below, leave a comment, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, let's take a look at these new Pokemon events that have been announced. We've got Cerebi here tweeting out saying, Cerebi update, the next Pokemon Go Max Battle Day has been announced. It adds Gigantamax Machamp into the game. It runs from 2 PM to 5 PM on May the 25th, 2025. I think we knew that we were going to get this, we just didn't have an idea of the date and the time and everything like that. But anyway, if you're playing Pokemon Go, the next Gigantamax raid has been announced for the 25th of May. Moving on, we also have a new update regarding Pokemon Cafe Mix. So we've got Cerebi here tweeting out saying, Cerebi update, the next Pokemon Cafe Remix event has been officially announced. Chespin's Big Appetite will run from Friday, the 9th of May, 2025. I don't play Pokemon Cafe Mix. Maybe you don't, but either way, there's a new event that's now live in that game. Well, it's been announced anyway. And then finishing things off for this event portion of the video, we have a new event for Pokemon Sleep. We've got Cerebi here tweeting out saying, Cerebi update, the next Pokemon Sleep Growth Week event has been announced. It runs from the 19th of May at 4 AM local time to the 26th of May at 3:59 at local time. So those are all the new Pokemon events that have been announced for various different Pokemon games. Coming up next, it has finally been announced in English, the new Black Bolt and White Flare TCG set. We covered this a couple of days ago because obviously it was announced for Japan and everything, and now it is announced for English. We have all of the information about this new TCG set. Cerebi tweeting out saying, Cerebi update, the next English Pokemon TCG special set has been officially revealed. This set is separated into two different sets. So it's Black Bolt and White Flare. So it's not just one set. There is two individual sets for this like big sort of Unova thing. So they feature cards based on Unova Pokemon and release on the 18th of July 2025. So all the information about that is on PokeBeach here. So Black Bolt and White Flare special sets revealed in English will be first ever dual sets. So welcome back to Unova. Black Bolt and White Flare have now been revealed for the English TCG. They will be our next special sets. Their products will release between July the 18th and August the 22nd. So there's like two of everything really. There's an ETB for Black Bolt, there's an ETB for White Flare. These are the two promo cards you're getting them. Obviously there's a binder collection for both of them. There's a poster collection for both of them. There is tins for both of them. There's booster bundles for both of them. So for the first time ever, the English TCG will be getting split sets like Japan. Two separate but related sets releasing at the same time. So we speculated this would be the case back in January based on initial product listings that showed there would be two booster bundles. This is also the first time Japanese and English sets will share the same name. So each set will individually feature over 170 cards, more than 65 illustration rare cards, more than 5 special illustration rare cards, 6 Pokemon EX including Zekrom EX and Meloetta EX in Black Bolt, and Reshiram EX and Keldeo EX in White Flare, 8 ultra rare Pokemon and supporter cards, 1 illustration rare or special illustration rare card for each Unova Pokemon, 1 special illustration rare supporter card, 3 different parallel foil sets, 2 of which will feature a rainbow Pokeball or Master Ball pattern shimmering across the card, new black and white rare cards, which will feature card illustrations in a monochromatic black or white design. So, just to put this into perspective, there's 170 cards, and then there's also a normal version of the card, a reverse foil of the card, reverse hollow, whatever, a Pokeball version of the card, and a Master Ball version of the card. And every single card is getting an illustration rare. That's about 800 cards for this master set, about, give or take, which is just absolutely ridiculous. I cannot believe they're bringing out a set this big when they know how bad it is to get Pokemon cards right now. Everything gets scalped, everything is way overpriced, and now they're bringing out a set that's nearly 1,000 cards in kind of total. It's absolutely bizarre. But anyway, like all special sets, Pokemon Company will not sell booster boxes or individual packs of these sets, which makes it even worse as well. You can't get these cards from booster boxes, which is obviously usually the best way to get cards, because you get 36 packs. It's great. You can't even get that for this special set. So you got to get all these 800 cards or whatever without a booster box. It's crazy. You can only get packs of Black Bolt or White Flare inside these special products, so the tins, the trainer boxes, the binder collections, illustration collections, everything like that. Like, that's the only way to get these cards. These are the ones that have kind of been revealed. Again, they have the sort of black and white kind of era side of some of the cards, which is pretty cool. But as I said, everything has an illustration rare, and then obviously you got these new sort of cards as well, these monochromatic cards as well, which I'm not a massive fan of. I don't think they look that great. I quite like the Reshiram one, but yeah, that's just more things to collect really for this set. I think it's going to be really interesting to see how they kind of go about this set. They have to print so much, but they're already printing so much. I don't think it's going to go well. I think if you're going to want to try and collect this set, I think it's going to be very impossible. Otherwise, you're going to have to be spending a lot of money on it. But anyway, wanted to quickly go over that because that's the English reveal for the set, and also the release date as well being the 18th of July. Moving on, we have a new Nintendo Switch 2 update to go over. This is all about the icons. This was revealed yesterday, and we now have nearly double the amount of default icons as we do have on the Nintendo Switch 1. And Pokemon is included as well. So Switch 2 has nearly double the amount of default icons as Switch 1, styling and profiling. So right out of the gate, the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to allow for considerably more customization when it comes to your avatar. Revealed via the Nintendo Today app, we now know that the Nintendo Switch 2 packs in a whopping 258 default profile icons, which is quite a boost from the Switch's 147 options. In the selection, you'll find the icons currently available on the Switch, along with a whole new wave of choices from various Nintendo franchises. Wondering just what new icons have been added to the mix? Nintendo shared a video going through the various options, and you can have a look at that clip below. So if we take a look here, you can see all the different icons. We'll not watch all of it, but you can kind of see how many icons there are. So from Mario, Zelda, obviously Wind Waker, Animal Crossing, Splatoon, Pikmin, we also have Kirby, we also have obviously Pokemon as well. All of the starter Pokemon are on it, as well as Pikachu, Eevee, and the Pokeball. And again, these are all kind of for free. You don't have to buy these or anything. They are all going to be available to use as your default profile icon when the Nintendo Switch 2 releases on the 5th of June. But yeah, thought it was kind of cool that we're finally getting Pokemon icons that we don't have to pay for. Moving on, let's go over these new Pokedex leaks for Pokemon Legends ZA. This is a very, very interesting sort of situation because apparently, according to Pori leaks, from what I'm seeing, there are a bunch of images basically going around online of the game, but nobody is brave enough to post them publicly. It's just really dangerous. And they're basically floating around privately. As far as I know, they have not surfaced publicly anywhere yet. So what that is basically saying is that there is certain places in the internet where these Legends ZA images are, and certain people have seen them. I assume Pori Leaks has seen them. And basically what he's saying is that this image from Card is very, very close to what the Pokédex is going to look like in Pokemon Legends ZA. So we've got Card here saying, highly accurate recreation of the hashtag Pokemon Legends ZA Pokedex based on leaks. And we have Pori Leaks here basically saying extremely close, not quite exact, but extremely close. So again, this is somebody that's seen the Pokedex screen for Pokemon Legends ZA, and they are saying that this screen is very, very likely or very, very much what the actual Pokedex screen is going to look like in Pokemon Legends ZA. Very close, not perfectly the same, but it is very, very close. So you have the Pokedex in the top left here, the Japanese name up there, and then we have Starmie, number whatever. You have the male or female, you have the Mega Evolution, whether it can Mega Evolve or not, and then you have the right stick here. That'd obviously just be, I guess, to go through the normal form of the Mega Evolution. It says Mysterious Pokemon Water Psychic, and then obviously it has the Pokedex description. You then have the height, the weight, habitat, view motions, back, and then you have the actual Pokemon here, and then in the background you have the sort of kind of blued image, and that's what a lot of people think that Starmie image came from. This is basically what Starmie looks like, by the way. I think that's pretty obvious. Yeah, Starmie's sort of initial leak had that kind of like blue overlay, which is exactly what the Mega Feraligatr had as well, which is why we thought that was real, but obviously that was also made by Card. But yeah, the Starmie was not made by Card. This is a recreation of the Starmie, but you know, the actual Starmie image that was floating around is legitimate. But yeah, because it had that blue overlay, people are saying that it was taken from the Pokedex, and so the kind of blue overlay background is where that kind of image was taken, if that makes sense. So this is very likely to be what the Pokedex is going to look like for Pokemon Legends ZA. I really like this. I think it looks very high-tech. It looks very modern. I'm a big fan of it, and if this is, again, what it's very likely to look like, then I'm happy about it. So, yeah, I mean, we probably won't get the Pokedex screen until the game comes out, because they don't usually show them in trailers. I don't think anyway. So we might not even get confirmation of this until, you know, whenever the game comes out. But at the end of the day, this is very likely to be what the Pokedex looks like. What are your thoughts on it? Are you a fan of the design or not? I'm a massive fan. I think it looks really cool. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on this for the Pokedex leaks for Pokemon Legends ZA. Finishing things off for today's video, we have a new Nintendo Switch 2 feature that has been confirmed. We've got Game Rant here tweeting out saying the Nintendo Switch 2 Joy-Cons are confirmed to support a rather weird configuration that was impossible on Nintendo's previous console. So, Nintendo Switch 2 Joy-Cons support weird configuration. So the Nintendo Switch 2 Joy-Cons can be attached in reverse, facing away from the handheld screen. Which I don't really know how that's going to work, because surely it'd just be very, very confusing. But anyway, it says the weird configuration appears to be a side effect of the console's new magnetic connection mechanism, with some fans even speculating that it could have fringe applications in Nintendo Switch 2 games. So Nintendo has been trying to commercialize magnetic controllers since the first Nintendo Switch, whose successor will finally make that ambition a reality. By embracing a magnetic connection over physical rails, the upcoming console promises easier attachment and detachment, as well as less wear and tear, on account of having fewer moving parts in contact with one another. The strong magnets used by the Switch 2 also automatically guide each Joy-Con into the perfect position, reducing chances of user error. One particular user error scenario will apparently still be possible. The Nintendo Switch 2 Joy-Cons can be connected to the opposite sides of the device, the right Joy-Con into the left slot and vice versa. However, they still need to be attached to the in the correct orientation. So meaning this reversal setup will only be possible if the entire console is flipped around. In that case, the Joy-Con buttons would be facing the same direction as the back of the console, as recently noted by Redditor user Jake. So based on the social media reactions to this discovery, some Nintendo fans seem convinced that this weird controller configuration was made possible on purpose because of its potential to have applications in Nintendo Switch 2 games. This is so going to be a Zelda puzzle, wrote Reddit user Spats. Others opined that reversing the console's controllers could be a Pokemon evolution requirement gimmick, which, yeah, I mean, we do have ink here, we have to flip it upside down and stuff, so yeah, maybe for Generation 10 or even for Pokemon Legends ZA, you maybe have to, well, we wouldn't be able to do it for Legends ZA because that's a Generation, that's a Switch 1 game as well. But let's say for Generation 10, there's a brand new Pokemon and you have to switch the controllers round on the Nintendo Switch 2 to make that Pokemon evolve. Would be quite interesting. Another inventive application was shared by Reddit user Corticalization, which described a multiplayer game concept where one player is playing the console in reverse while another is facing the screen and telling them what to do. And then it says the ability to attach to the console in reverse is far from the only new feature offered by the upcoming controllers. The Nintendo Switch 2 Joy-Cons will also support mouse-like functionality, in addition to offering bigger analog sticks and shoulder buttons. Some recent patent activity also suggests that the analog sticks will use a different movement detection mechanism that is less prone to wear and tear, likely as an attempt to deal with the infamous drifting issues plaguing the original Nintendo Switch 1 Joy-Cons. However, this won't be known for certain until the console hits the market on June the 5th and its first teardowns are performed. The Nintendo Switch 2 will retail for $449, whereas extra Joy-Con 2 pairs will be offered at $94.99 in the US. So yeah, a very interesting feature here for the Nintendo Switch 2, having the controllers in reverse. It could have cool applications, like I say, to Zelda puzzles, Pokemon evolutions, maybe in the new 3D Mario game, whenever that comes out, it's going to have something to do with that, because mouse functionality is also going to be used in those kind of games as well. So it's just another way of kind of implementing the Nintendo Switch 2 design feature into a brand new game. But either way, quite a funny new feature. Let me know your thoughts on it there though. But that is everything for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please drop a like down below. It's trying to hit 500 likes. It does really help out. Let me know your thoughts on anything we covered in today's video, your thoughts on this new gameplay or game I guess, Nintendo Switch 2 console feature. What are your thoughts on the Pokemon Legends ZA Pokedex leaks as well? Again, this image is not a leak, but it is very, very close, extremely close, PoriLeak says, to the actual kind of Legends ZA image. Again, I don't know where these images are. I've not seen them. I wish I had, but I haven't seen them. So, yeah, apparently it looks very, very close, though. So let me know your thoughts on that. The Switch 2 Joy-Cons, the Switch 2 icon, should I say, the Black Bolt and White Flare set, and then also all the events as well. But yeah, thank you for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and until next time, peace.